So here we have my new air arms, the S510 extra FAC, 22 caliber. This is the English gun, made in the UK. Over there they have the 12 foot-pound versions. Right here in the US and other countries with more restrictions, you get the high power ones. This one at low power will give me about 8 to 10 foot-pounds. Medium power, 22 to 24 foot-pounds, and high power, the max it's about 37 foot-pounds. But I'll keep it at high power, a little bit lower than full power. I'll keep it around 900 feet per second, which will give me about 32, 33 foot-pounds, which is I found is the best to keep the groups tight and to give me the most shots at a very high power. Okay, so let's just show you from the barrel to the end. So here we have the shroud. It's not free floating like let's say like my Marauder or other PCP, so you have to worry about bumping. It's not really gonna affect it. It has the nice grooves right here in the end cap. And camera just does not want to focus. But whatever, keep going. Here in the end too, you can't really see it. There you go. Okay. Beautiful bluing, perfect. I already dented it already, so kind of mad about that, but it doesn't seem to affect the gun no matter where it is. And here we have a nice walnut stock with nice checkering. Look at it. Here in the grip too. A lot of comments I get about this gun is how beautiful the stock is and how realistically it looks like a real gun, and I agree. It's beautiful, and it's made by Minelli in Italy, so it's an Italian stock, which Minelli makes a lot of stocks for Daystate and Air Arms, as far as I know. Basically for any English gun. There's the made in England right there. Just trying to focus it. Okay. And I didn't go about the barrel. The barrels is any high-end gun should be good, and this barrel is a Lothar Walther barrel, which gives you great accuracy to any distance where you can shoot. This gun will outshoot you. Believe me. But it's a good barrel. And at the end of the shroud, we have right here we have 3 holes. We have one here, the top and the other side. Supposedly, the theory about this it's that it prevents turbulence behind the pellet when it's fired. So basically, the air just escapes from back here, or some kind of way about that. I'm not really sure, but either way, I get good accuracy, so it's probably true. This is what it's for. And the trigger is it's a really nice trigger. You expect that from a high-end gun. It's very adjustable from first stage to second stage. I keep it in the middle. I don't like it too light, but I don't like it too hard either. And that may have sounded nasty, but I'm just talking about the trigger. Yeah. And let's switch the gun around. Here the other side, it's the same. This is the power knob right here. This we use to adjust the power, and As you can see, mine isn't moving because I don't think a lot of people knew, but if you take the stock apart, there's basically four big head screw holes in here, if in the whole mechanism out of the stock, and next to it, there's just a little screw in there. And if you get an Allen key, you can just tighten it just enough, not too much. You don't want to mess anything up in there. But if you tighten it just enough, the power knob does not turn, and will basically lock your power. So a lot of people who complained about that it doesn't have like a click or some way to just hold that knob there, it's right there. So I don't know why they didn't include it in the instructions or the manual or anywhere else, but it works very good. I didn't talk about the trigger. Okay, so the trigger it has a safety right here. A lot of people don't like that because they say you can accidentally mischarge the gun. I mean, if you're not familiar with the gun, I guess it could happen, and if that person is careless. But if it's your gun and you're familiar with it, and you let someone else use it, just explain it with the trigger, with the safety is. I don't see why they're gonna have any problems with it. I haven't had any problems with it. I've had it for about 4 months, and I've never been close to almost accidentally shooting it. So a lot of people who complain that the safety is not in a good place, it may not be in the best place. It could have been in the back right here or something, but it's not really a bad place. It's quick and easy to get to, as long as you know what you're doing. Okay. Okay, I needed to turn on the light for this. This gun is a side lever cocking. Here we go. It's loaded right now, so that's why it's easy. But it's basically smooth. It's smooth, just like butter, I guess. And the way you see that little piece right there, that little bronze piece right there. Let me focus on. There you go. That's what that little hook right there is what basically rotates the magazine once you load it. So it's not a magazine that has tension in it. You cycle the gun cycles it, which is great. I think it's better for the pellets. It doesn't kind of bend them or something when basically there's tension in the magazine, which is great. And here's a magazine. It's a 10-shot magazine. It's the same with the 177 and 25 caliber. 10 shots, which is good for 25. And it has that O-ring right there, which is, if you can see inside the hole, it's what basically catches the pellet, enough for it to be caught, but not enough to, you have to push it too hard to push it in the barrel. And yeah, it's good. So you rotate, no tension. It doesn't matter from where you put the pellet. You don't have to start at a certain point. You can start from wherever, but it's always going to rotate from counterclockwise. Yeah. So you put the magazine in there. Oh, that was bad. There you go. Now it's loaded. And what else? Okay. The scope I have in my gun is a Hawk 6.5 to 20 reticle by 42 millimeter. It's a 1-inch tube scope. It's a very popular scope, and this scope just fits perfectly on this gun in every way. I would say if you were to put this scope like on let's say a Marauder or a break barrel gun, it's just overkill. You don't need that much scope for a gun like that. And I think that because I don't think it's just that accurate, to be with the scope. And this gun is just very accurate. It just makes sense to put it on this one. I'll talk about it some other time. you want to check the scope out, just look at it on YouTube somewhere else. They'll give you better detail than me. But all I'm gonna say is that it's a perfect combination with this gun, with the 1/2 mil dot reticle and the illuminated reticle too. Okay. So what I find out, and with every air arms or every high-end gun, it likes JSB heavies. It shoots them great at low, medium, or high power, doesn't matter. And the group I'm gonna do right now was with these pellets. So let's go ahead and test this gun. So let's do this 5 shots at 30 yards with their arms. So this concludes our review on the air arms. And just to show you again, that was the group that we had right now, the one that I did today. And alright. Okay. And this was the group that I did today. Go back to the dime again. Just easily covered by the dime. This is my biggest group right here. I pulled a lot of these shots. You know, my rest isn't really that stable. It's really wobbly. You know, look at that. But when I get it just right, I can do groups like these or smaller than that. You know, they say the best groups are done out of camera, and you know, it's true. These are recent groups right here. This was today, a little earlier. It wasn't that better. Here's another one. You know, another one here. Another one there. You know, on average, this thing at 30 yards, it will give you about 0.3 or 0.2 center to center groups at that distance, which is you know, what more can you ask for? All right. So now, sorry, I thank you for watching this video, and you'll see coming up videos of me. Probably the next one I'm gonna do is I'm gonna compare this one to my old Marauder, and I'm just gonna show the price point differences and reason why it costs that much. You know, there's a reason why each gun has its price, and we'll go into detail about that. Okay. All right. So thank you for watching.